and the privilege of welcoming y'all here. This ribbon cutting is yet another milestone in the Northfield Train Depot Transportation Hub. It's a continuation of the mission to preserve, educate, and build community. This beautifully restored 1888 Milwaukee Road Depot now stands as a symbol of our commitment to historic preservation, sustainability, and economic development. Its vision has always been to maintain the depot's rich character while making it a vibrant gathering place for both public and private events. We had the fortune of holding a couple of events here of our own. Both the Chamber of Commerce event was held here, and a CVB, a Convention and Visitor Bureau event, was held here. And with Alice's forgiveness, we will hold more. Thanks to the effort of countless passionate individuals, dedicating organizations, and generous local support, the depot's been meticulously rehabilitated and redesigned as a local heritage preservation site, not only as a cherished landmark, but a hub for connection, learning, and pride. So on behalf of Save the Depot, thank you for helping us turn history into a living part of Northfield's future. And with that, I forgot to say that I'm Jane Bartho with the Northfield Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to introduce Mayor Erica Zweifel.
Thank you, Jane. It's so lovely to see you all here today. Thank you for joining us for this celebration. I wish to share my deep gratitude for those who set us on this path. Those who purchased the original depot and kept it from destruction, those who shepherded the depot to its new home, everything from saving the original bricks and foundation, hand carrying them at times, to the fundraising and landscaping. Every detail has had such attention. And so much more went into this that it would take too long, so I won't do that. The community thanks you for saving this piece of history and providing us with a launching place for our new transit hub. I would like to thank the former councils for holding this project and moving it forward. And I would like to acknowledge former Councilor Susie Nakazian for her work finding funding for the project and her deep commitment to equity and transportation. Thank you all again for being part of this. I look forward to our next steps in making this a fully realized transit hub. Perhaps even passenger rail someday. All right, so now it's my pleasure to introduce our city engineer, Mr. Dave Bennett.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, I'm Dave Bennett. I'm the Public Works Director, City Engineer. I really want to start out by really thanking our former and current state legislators. So, back from the beginning with Representative Todd Lippert, Christy Purcell, Senator Rich Straheim, Senator Zach Duckworth, Senator Liskey. Some were there when we initially authored the bill to really carry it forward and shepherd it through and really support and build upon transit service in Northfield. In 2019, the City Council really recognized the volunteer efforts by the Save the Depot group and really their commitment to remodeling the historic depot building and their dedication and hours. Understanding that the council invested and built the access road and prepared the site for the project, which really paved the way to get to where we are today with our investment into this site. I want to thank the design team of Collaborative Design Group, Bill Hickey, Ben Mensdorf, to carry the vision forward from the depot group and provide in the shared pavilion space and the connected transit hub to the historic depot. It's always challenging to connect to a historic building, but I think through the design process and collaborating, you can have a compatible design that really integrates the site, and I feel like we've done that today, and I'm really proud of that work. I want to thank our facilities manager, Jason Dwelly, and the construction team of Ebert Construction, as throughout the design and construction process, we've really led to a great end product here. The new transit hub carries forward the vision from the Save the Depot group and really the community to provide this transit opportunity in Northfield. The new transit hub building has 2 levels, street level access for bus service, And then the access on the pavilion here that can access future passenger rail. The building really acknowledges our climate action plan and is built to meet our sustainability standards. In addition to the building, the city also built the median on 2nd Street related to a railroad quiet zone. We are hopeful with the last project in 2028 with the MnDOT Highway 19 project that we can apply for and get the railroad quiet zone in this area. The Transit Hub building located in downtown will really serve the city and the community for many years to come. I will now turn it over to Diane Ford with Hiawathaland Transit.
A little shorter than him. Good afternoon. I'm Diane Ford, one of the co-directors of transportation with Hiawathaland Transit and Three Rivers Community Action. It's great to be here today for the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new Regional Transit Hub. For those of you who are not familiar with the services we provide, we operate public transit in Goodhue, Rice, and Wabasha counties. In Northfield, we offer 2 routes, blue and red, a demand response, also known as dial-a-ride, the Faribault Northfield Connect route, and during the school year, with the support of Carleton and St. Olaf colleges, we offer an express route. We are committed to enhancing mobility and fostering regional connectivity, ensuring equitable and reliable transportation options in the communities we serve. In 2024, in Northfield alone, we provided 66,343 rides, which is quite remarkable, and about 40%, a little bit better, 40% of all of the rides that we provide within all of our communities. This new transit hub is not simply about the physical space you see before us. It represents connection, opportunity, and progress, and investment in our community's future. We are excited about the opportunities the hub represents. It serves as the next step in our ongoing mission to provide accessible, reliable, and efficient transportation to the residents in Northfield. It is more than just cutting a ribbon. It's opening doors to easier commutes, economic growth, and a more connected community. I want to extend a sincere thank you to everyone who worked on this project and congratulate you all on the completion. Three Rivers Community Action and Hiawathaland Transit are honored to work with community partners such as all of you. As we begin using the hub on June 30th, we look forward to the countless opportunities it will unlock. Easier commutes, as I have already mentioned, we are very excited for that. We are also excited to continue working together to build a future where transportation is a bridge for opportunity for all. And I would like to now introduce Alice.
On behalf of Save the Northfield Depot Board, I'd like to welcome you to the finale of a 15-year community vision. This Depot Pavilion Transit Hub complex rose from a series of 7 public meetings and workshops in 2010. In those meetings, the community identified the needed functions, the preferred location, and the general design of a pavilion and hub. From the beginning, the project's been a collaborative effort between the city and the nonprofit Save the Northfield Depot. There were very good examples of that collaboration this past year during the construction, when there were surprises and necessary changes for both the city and the depot. And we'd like to recognize City Liaison Jason Dwelly for his, there you are, for his successful coordination in the complex needs of both the activities of the city and the construction company and the depot. It was incredible. Thank you, Jason. Yes, this was conceived 15 years ago. But while this complex is not Rome, I think the meaning behind the saying that Rome was not built in a day is applicable. The lesson of that is it is if a significant accomplishment that requires time, effort, and patience and should not be rushed. The needs identified by the community have stood the test of time. That is, to preserve an historic landmark, to enhance public transportation with a hub in the middle of the center of town, and to provide an inviting shelter to serve both public facilities. We owe thanks to all the city staff members and the councils, different councils through the years, who have pursued the implementation of that community vision. With this TransHub facility, Northfield can look forward to an enhanced public transportation program for the city. A future multimodal transfer site, yes, the train we are planning. We all recognize that transportation is critical to our city vitality. This was emphasized early in the depot project when we started fundraising. We needed to raise enough money to move the depot off the railroad land before they would burn it down as it was scheduled to be. We went to several local large industries to get that money, initial money, and they found the idea of the depot commendable, but it was very clear that what they were really interested in was the transit hub. And one president actually said, quote, "Come back to talk about a donation if you're able to get a transit hub there." As envisioned, the transit hub joins the depot as a community resource, but I must admit we had no idea that the depot would be used by such a wide variety of community events. It's rented by nonprofits and businesses for meetings, by musical groups who love the acoustics, and by private individuals for social events. This spring, a grandfather was delighted in reporting to me about their family Easter gathering at the depot. They held an Easter egg hunt for the children in the sculpture garden, and he said they were really excited, but what they really excited about is a train went by when they were out there. I need to clarify that this pavilion is city-owned. It's not owned by the depot. It's a public shelter, and it can be reserved much like the park shelters. Reservation for this pavilion, with or without the use of the depot, can be made on the depot website reservation. We're managing that. To end, I'm going to provide a favorite story of mine. Some of you have probably heard it before, but it's based on a 1917 Northfield News article that I found. It regards the origin of this rather unique functional pavilion that's between two buildings. In 1917, it was going to be between the depot and a baggage house, but it was never built. But indeed, the plan did inspire this current design. The short version of the somewhat humorous 1917 story is that the railroad promised Northfielders that a pavilion would be built. But this was only after a railroad official came to Northfield at the request of citizens to hear their complaints. Now, the people who requested the visit of the railroad were the two presidents of the colleges and the president of the local bank. But so the railroad came, they listened to the concerns. And the complaints were chiefly about the lack of space for the passengers to get fresh air outside the depot. At that time, there were so many people traveling by train that it was so crowded, even under the wide eaves, that there was no shelter. Specifically, they wanted more sheltered areas, such as a pavilion, and it was to escape the, quote, foul air inside the depot. It turns out a few years before that, the bathrooms had been installed. With that bit of history, we thank the city for this wonderful new facility, and thank you community members for coming to help celebrate. Check out the Transit Hub. Stop by the depot. We have board members who'll be in there to ask their questions. And enjoy the music that one of our board members, Ray Trudeau, is providing. Thank you.